So, good morning to one and all. How are you, students? Hope you are doing well, taking care of your health. Good. So now let us start with the with the poem, that is geography lesson. Okay. So today, as I told you that today what we will do the paraphrase. Okay, stanza based, extract based questions of geography lesson. So let us start with this. Okay. So geography lesson. Now extracts. Font is fine. It is able, you are able to with, okay, fine. Right. So now we are going to do read the following extracts and answer the questions that follow. Okay, so first stanza. So this is the first extract we are going to do. Start from the very first paragraph, that is when the jet sprang dash 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 till into the sky. Into the sky. Okay, so this is the first paragraph, okay, that we have to do according to it. So let us formulate the questions. First is, what did the poet see what did the poet see when the jet was in the sky? Okay, so first of all, let us write down the questions, then we will discuss these answers also. Okay, so what did the poet see when the jet was in the sky? So what did the poet see when the poet was in the sky, or when the jet sprang in the sky? The poet has observed, what he has observed, that the ground was haphazard. Okay, that the ground was haphazard and it has not developed properly, and when it has reached to an height of 6 miles, okay, everything seemed unplanned. Okay, according to the stanza, everything seemed unplanned and without any style, right? So this is mentioned in the first stanza. So second question, how the earth look, how did the earth look when seen from a distance? When seen, how did the earth look when seen from a distance? So how did the earth look when it is seen from the distance? How did the earth look when it is seen from the distance? So as I have already mentioned, that when seen from the distance, the earth looks haphazard. Okay, the earth look haphazard, it is unplanned and without any style. Okay, and it means that nothing is planned. It seems from the height that nothing is planned. Next, what seemed inevitability to the poet? What seemed inevitability to the poet? What's the inevitability means? Which is unavoidable. Okay, so what seemed inevitability to the poet? So when the poet has seen the earth from a great height, it seemed that everything was unplanned because it is seen from a height. So this is inevitable to see anything in planned form. So what is there? So it is really very difficult for the poet to see whether anything is planned or not. Right? So clear this answer also. Next is name the poetic device. Name the poetic device used in the stanza. So what is the poetic device used in the stanza? So what is the poetic device used in the stanza? As I told you that when the poet looked, okay, from the sky, so he is describing that everything seems to be haphazard, nothing is planned, and everything is unplanned and without any particular form and style. So when I'm talking about these words, an image is created in your mind. Just think for a while. An image is created in your mind that how from the sky it would be looking. So an image is going to be created, right? So this is which literary device? Imagery is used here. Okay, so which literary device? It is imagery that is used here. Naman, you have entered the class, but beta be regular, otherwise you are very irregular in the class. So I hope that the answers for the first stanza is quite clear to you. Now coming up to the second stanza. Okay, so from where the second stanza starts from the when jet reached 10,000 feet, and again the ending line is 10,000 feet. Second stanza, when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Okay, so here we have to, till here we have to do. So according to second stanza, write down first question, please. What was clear to the poet from the height? What was clear to the poet from the height? Yes. So what was clear to the poet from the height? What was clear? Okay. So what was clear to the poet from the height? From the height, it is clear that why cities they have been situated near the rivers, and why the valleys are very populated, and why the valleys are very populated. This is mentioned because see in the paragraph it is written, when the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran, and why the valleys were populated. So it is clear that why the valleys were populated. And what was logic of geography? What was the logic of geography? What was the logic of geography that the poet understands? So what was the logic of geography that the poet understands? So what was the logic of geography? Okay, the poet understands the logic of geography that land and water are the basic necessities of human being, and because man cannot do without, because a man cannot do without water, so most of the dwelling places or most of the areas they are situated near the water resources. So where they are situated? They are situated near the water resource, right? So next afterwards, the third question is related to this stanza is, what was clearly delineated? Clearly delineated means, but delineated means outlined. What was clearly delineated? Again, the same thing was clearly delineated. What was clearly delineated? That Land and water always attracted man because human beings, they used to live near the water sources in order to fulfill their needs. This is the reason why many cities are situated near rivers and lakes. And why there are many cities situated near rivers and lakes. Now, yes, one important question is here, that why the poet is using again and again 10,000 feet. Okay, why the poet is repeating, why the poet is repeating 10,000 feet again and again. Why does the poet is repeating 10,000 feet again and again? So you know that why he is repeating this line again and again. So because the poet wants to emphasize. Okay. So the poet wants to emphasize. What does he want to emphasize? Okay. So the main thing is that what does the poet want to emphasize? He want to emphasize that the plane has gone above a height of 10,000 feet. It is quite high. So this is the reason the poet wants to highlight this thing, that as the jet, it has sprang to a height of 10,000 feet. So how the earth look like from high above the sky. I hope that the answers are clear. Okay. So if you have noted it down, it's fine. Otherwise, I'm going to send you a clip. Okay. Right. So these are the questions that we have to do till stanza 3. Now coming up to the third stanza. Yes. Now coming up to third stanza. Now third stanza, from where it is starting, it is when the jet rose 6 miles high till it was not clear why. That is when the jet then it was not clear. Okay, it was not clear. So what is the first question here? The first question here is, when did the poet realize that the earth is round? When did the poet realize that the earth is round? Yes. When did the poet realize that the earth is round? So according to the stanza, it is mentioned when the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round. So it means that when the jet, it has gone to a height of 6 miles high. Okay, when it has gone to a height of 6 miles high, then the poet says it is clear that the earth is round. It is made clear, what is made clear? That the earth is round. It is made clear that the earth is round. Next question, what was difficult for the poet to understand? What was difficult for the poet to understand? So what was difficult for the poet to understand? The poet is saying, see the next page, it was difficult to understand that men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities, and to kill from that height. It was not clear. It means the poet is saying that it is difficult for him to understand that why the people have created boundaries, they have created territories, and how they find a reason to hate each other. How they find a reason to hate each other. Okay, why they hate each other, and why they built walls or why they built territories and boundaries in order to separate themselves from this height, it was not clear. Okay, so how have the men created differences among themselves? Next question is, how have the men created differences among us themselves? So how they have created differences among us themselves? So they have created, how they have created differences? The men, they have created differences among us themselves because, how they have created? Because they have built boundaries and walls across their countries. They try to separate themselves from the other ones, and this is how this has given rise to differences among people who are quite similar to each other, because they are similar to each other, but still, because they have created boundaries, so it is because of this reason that they have created differences among us themselves. Okay, so it's clear. I hope that it is clear now. So the last question that I always want to ask you people to write is, name the poem and the poet. Name the poem. Name the poem and the poet. So students, just listen to me, that what you have not to do. Students are in habit of writing just one thing: name, geography lesson, poet, this. Though this is wrong way of writing the answer. So how you have to write down the answer? You have to write down the answer in a proper manner. Okay, how a proper manner? That is, the name of the poem is geography lesson, and the name of the poet is, and what is the name of the poet? And the name of the poet is Zulfikar Bose. Okay. So in this manner, you have to write down these extract based questions in your notebooks. Okay. So these have to be written in your notebooks very well. Okay. So once again, just for your reference, I'm going to repeat the meaning of the poem. Okay, so just listen to me carefully. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so now let us start with the description of the poem. But before that, students, I would also like to tell you that you have to complete your notebook side by side. Send your notebooks after completion. Okay, and write these extracts in your fair notebooks. Okay, you have to write it down in your fair notebooks. And tomorrow I'm going to start with another book. Okay, the second supplementary book. So get ready with that book. Okay, the first chapter we are going to start with that. So according to the poem, when the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. It means that when the poet was flying in his jet plane, so then he has come to know that why then he has come to know that how the city is looking like that. Okay, why it had developed in that manner, means why earth has developed in that manner. Seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile, and when it has reached to this height, there seemed an inevitability, means it is unavoidable that ground had looked haphazard, that the ground, it was not looking even, it was in a haphazard manner, unplanned, unstructured, and it was unplanned and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. It means poet is creating imagery, poet is using the poetic device, that is imagery, in order to create an image in our mind. It means that when the jet reaches to an height of 10,000 miles, at that point it seems that 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 the earth is quite unplanned and unstructured from a height. Okay, and it is seemed, yes, it scaled 6 inches to the mile, and it just seems very small. Okay, just that of 6 inches. Okay, a mile is just looking like that of 6 inches. He's comparing. Okay, from the height, everything seems so small. Okay, So he's saying that 1 mile is just looking like that of 6 inches, very small. Second stanza, when the jets reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. Now the poet is explaining that when the jet it has gone to an height of 10,000 miles, at that time he has come to know that why most of the cities and most of the dwelling places they have been situated near the rivers and other water resources. So why? Because water is the essentiality of human beings. Human beings cannot do without water. So it is just because of this reason that they cannot live without water in order to fulfill their daily needs. Then what is there? That they are, most of the cities, they are being situated near the rivers and valleys are thickly populated. And the logic of geography. What is the logic of geography? This is the logic of geography, that man has to, in order for the fulfillment of his needs, most of the cities they are situated near water resources. And it is clearly delineated, means this is clearly outlined when he has seen from a height that why most of the cities they are situated at such a height. Okay, so it was, you can say, it was very much clearly, you can say, explained by the poet. Now when the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. Yes, when it has reached to an height of 6 miles high, so the poet is saying that at that moment he has come to know, he has seen that the earth is also round in shape, and it had more sea than land, and more of the earth, what it is covered with, it is covered with water than that of land. And it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities, and to kill. And he said that it is really very difficult to understand from this height. He is not able to understand that why men they are creating boundaries, why they are creating walls, why they are creating walls to separate their territories. Okay, so it is because of this reason the poet is saying this is not understandable to me, that why, how they find these reasons to hate each other, why, and from this height it is not at all clear. Okay, so I hope that now the poem is very much clear to you. Okay, so if you have any doubt you can ask me, right? We will sort it out, and now you can raise up your questions if you want.